Welcome to the daily crypto market update video. In this video, we'll first start with the daily price action of Bitcoin. Recently, we were discussing that Bitcoin will follow one of these two paths, either one way upside or downside. We saw that Bitcoin followed the path leading to an upside motion. However, we also discussed that it's highly probable that due to lack of volume and interest in the market, Bitcoin can reject from one of these strong resistance points. However, there is still chance that Bitcoin can always go to 35,000 and reject strongly from there, filling our CME gap at 35,000. But still, it is important to keep in mind that we are in a bear market since we are on the weekly time frame lower than 100 moving average. Moving on towards Ethereum. Ethereum has been bleeding recently but gained momentum on since 2 days. However, since Bitcoin domination started to increase as expected for the strengthening of the price of Bitcoin and the volume flows from altcoins to Bitcoin. However, this thing changed when Bitcoin suddenly started dropping today, hitting one of the strong resistances, and this returned the decrease in price of the altcoins, starting from Ethereum all the way to Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, and other altcoins. Right now, Ethereum is on its strong support, similarly for Solana. Yesterday, we plotted the most probable path for Solana using the trend lines and the Fibonacci retracement level of 0.38. Today, Solana did exactly what we expected. Solana price pumped to $45.7, which is equal to our 0.38 Fibonacci extension level, and started dumping from there following the path of Ethereum and other major altcoins. However, this had been indicated with the increase in Bitcoin dominance as well. What I expect for the altcoins is to create, if Solana doesn't retest this trend line, then Solana will continue to dump till 0.236 Fibonacci extension and start to pump from here until it retests this trend line. However, if Bitcoin reaches the level of $30,000, which can be observed that it's one of the probable scenarios that it's not right now on its strong support. The strong support is right now at $30,700 to $800 range. If Bitcoin price starts to dump further, then we can see that Solana reaches this point faster, and we can then see if the Bitcoin price starts to recover, then we can see slight pump in altcoins. However, that is also subject to the nature of the Bitcoin dominance. If the Bitcoin dominance starts to increase, which we expect it will, then we will see further downside of altcoins, including the major altcoins such as Solana, Avalanche, Cardano, Ethereum, and create new lows for this year as drawn in this chart. Right now, I would avoid shorting, but let's proceed with the stock market, what the stock market is doing today. Today we observed the stock market opened in red, starting with SNP500 as well as Nasdaq. Both opened in the red as we expected that they would be rejecting from the strong resistance we discussed yesterday, because we had seen that the rally was due to the PCE numbers coming out less than expected, giving market makers a signal that we can have a relief rally. But we are overall in a big downtrend, or you can say the bear market. We'll be discussing few reasons why the downtrend will still continue, and I expect relief by the end of the year or even the start of 2023. However, we are still in the long-term bear market. That is what I expect based on the global macroeconomic factors and the war going on right now. One important thing to note today is that the dollar currency index, as we discussed, that has bounced strongly. In the yesterday's update, we discussed that it has to bounce from this trend line. However, it bounced strongly before reaching the trend line and without retesting it. Right now, it is on its strong resistance, and if it breaks its resistance, it can continue its overall motion to the upside. And when the dollar currency index goes up, then the stock market and crypto market fall. And as we already discussed that the price action or the strengthening of the dollar is inversely proportional to the stocks and commodities or even cryptocurrency market. Why the dollar has been strengthening in quite a while, we'll discuss it. Recently, we came to know that President Biden and Fed Chairman had a meeting to discuss inflation, in which the meeting concluded that the Mr. President said that inflation and controlling inflation is one of the first most priority. And what exactly this means to signal the Fed Chairman that the rate hikes or the interest rate increases will continue until the inflation is under control. What this signal to the market? This signal to the market that in order to control inflation, the interest rate of the banks, starting with the central bank, will be increased and continue to increase. And the market makers then decided that it's time we should stop the relief rally. This is how the market reacted to the meeting of the Fed. And I expect that in June and July, the interest rates will definitely be continued, which has a negative impact on the market, as the wordings are the top priority is inflation and will respect the Fed. That's what Mr. President said. Let's discuss the important USDD, the next algorithmic stablecoin, which we have been seeing is gaining traction in the market after the collapse of UST. All eyes have been curious whether the collapse of UST will be followed by a collapse of USDD. So Justin Sun published this article, which I'll post in the description of this video. You can read this article. Justin Sun said that there are major flaws in the Terra ecosystem. First of all, he said that the Terra ecosystem didn't have a natural growth. The growth was exponential and was not organic. And the other thing he said that as far as the UST increased, the uncontrolled growth led to its downfall. In this article, he refers to the 20% fixed yielding lending protocol. He said that the lending protocol was not making any money, however, it was losing money faster than it was actually getting. And the system was intended to be collapsed. And this does make sense to me as well. However, Justin Sun says that since UST was backed by Luna, which was a volatile cryptocurrency, and Justin Sun's program is to back USDD by using Tether or USDT, the stablecoin which we all think is backed by cash. But logically, if we think that what's the point of algorithmic stablecoin if it's backed by another stablecoin which is furthermore backed by cash? So it doesn't really make sense to me, rather than another we can say that to a copycat or something. However, I would still find suspicious the algorithmic stablecoin until and unless the algorithmic stablecoins are not backed by the cryptocurrencies, and it's not important for them to be pegged to $1 status. Not necessarily that stablecoin should be equal to $1, and it should be a cryptocurrency, not compared to a real currency. That's what I think. However, Justin Sun further said that their 30% APR, which is being offered right now until the market cap of the USDD is equal to or less than $1 billion. As soon as the market cap of USDD increases to 2 billion, then their APR or the annual percentage return will be reduced in order to keep the system running. And this is decent enough, but however, I still don't support algorithmic stablecoins at this moment, as the market is already too young. After the launch of USDT, we have seen rapid growth in Tron ecosystem. We can see the total value locked increase in Tron has gone up over 61% just in 1 month, and is just a little bit behind the Binance Smart Contract Pancake Swap. I expect this number to go up continuously, as people are always interested in high yields or APR numbers. Right now USDD is offering 30% APR on major exchanges or even on the wallet of Tron. So this will continue to increase. Right now I'll try to stay out of this personally, but this is not a financial advice. you have to consult a financial advice if your portfolio is not really feeling well. However, my personal opinion is we have to be staying cautious. Right now, most of the time I'll be staying in stable coins, that is USDC, BUSD. I am not in collaboration with any of these projects, but still I believe that USDC and BUSD has been time and time checked by various validators. I hope this information was useful for you. Please hit the like and subscribe to the channel and share the video with others. Thank you for watching.